I'm Sam.
And I'm Aidan.
And this is...
As always, Rose
Roast.
Wow, you're
Seamless.
really teaching me and taking me through. The hands help me.
Yeah.
I know when she's ready.
I'm conducting this.
I mean, at this point, it's been 2 seconds, but feel free to subscribe.
Yeah.
Comment.
If you haven't already switched channels at this point, subscribe. So we are about to discuss the first episode of Nick V.
Being the Bachelor.
This just in, his last name is pronounced Viall.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I was willing to give it an
Veil.
accent aigu.
Yeah.
So that he just wouldn't be vile.
And they really open it up with him just
shooting the shit with the guys.
First of all, my takeaway is Chris Soules happened to be someone I was the most into in that whole dialogue. He was carrying that conversation.
Completely.
That ghost who's married to Catherine is still a virgin
Sean.
in my eyes, even though he has children.
Completely.
And Ben is 17 and ghostly pale. And
do you think that they set that up on purpose to make Nick look hotter? Or are they just naturally on a decline, ABC's sucking their life force out of them?
I think they're just gonna...
They're supreme, there can only be one supreme.
That's so true. The closer you are to fame, the hottest you are, and then the less...
the further away you get,
you're just slowly dying.
Yeah.
Ben is so gross, but we always hated him. Anyways...
Hated. Do you think Lauren's sitting at home
yeah.
Gross.
Are they together or not? If anyone knows, Aidan
Comment
says that
below.
they're not. I think that they still are hot and heavy or touching sometimes, depending on their definition of marriage. I don't know how they make it work, those two. They're so
not
boring.
married yet.
Oh.
They're just engaged.
Fine. Okay, anyways, then they show Nick running through a metropolitan city. I'm not totally sure where he's from.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. But he is fine. The
hottest. When they chose to show him undressing in the bathroom and use the censor square,
Mother may I
wow.
was cheering. I
Yeah.
let out a woo, which has never happened before.
Sometimes your loins take over and there's just nothing you can do about it.
Great use of the word loins.
Do you want to dive into a couple of the
takeaways?
Profiles from before, or do you want to just dive into the show itself? Because there was a lot of diversity, but also a lot of crazy tonight.
The only thing that I really remember is the first girl who got the first impression rose, how she was a really brilliant lawyer, and then they cut to her relaxing at home by vacuuming in a very apparent hotel room.
And she was dancing, but in a way that almost felt like an intruder had gotten in and put a gun to her head and then turned on a camera.
Dance monkey. And she was fuck.
They played her the scene from Mrs. Doubtfire and they're recreate it.
Yes. Totally.
There's a girl whose name I can't remember. Honestly, they're all blurs at this point.
Of course.
But costume girl, her tape of just hanging out in her own backyard, I assume. in a inflatable sumo outfit. At first I was what a dumb gimmick. And then she just committed.
Yeah.
Committed.
She committed.
The sheer level. The stretch towards the camera and then power down into the ground.
She was just
it was so
in this balloon
good.
outfit. Normally you're just okay, gotta. You're the funny
she
one.
Worked
The
that
chicken
balloon outfit. She was the hottest thing to ever. She was my body's sickening.
And then the pug just floating nearby and her not even caring or posing by it
probably in an above ground pool.
It was confirmed in an above ground pool, which was another great takeaway. Yeah, you committed.
I hope she's a comedian that just is
Same.
you guys, I fucking got this. Usually people are making fun of the show after it airs. She's gonna be the boots on the ground within. Breaking the fourth wall.
My God. Cause we need that
Yeah,
now.
I hope she makes it to the end, is standing on the beach, waiting to accept that,
Neil Lane
diamond ring, thank you for knowing his name, and just be nope, and throws it into the ocean.
Let's just talk about the limos. I don't remember any of them, but all of them were just talking about how this guy, likes to fucking lay the pipe.
Yeah.
Fucking have sex all the time. Which
They're
is
so
hilarious.
you're a huge skank and we're happy you're here for the 18th time.
We're so you definitely get it in and respect the hell out of that.
The girl who's literally already slept with him and then decided not to ask for his number even though she knows Jade and Tanner and can easily get his number from them. And then applied to the show because that's the same thing to do.
Okay, so I actually think this girl is very interesting that they brought on. First of all, see someone all these people that you haven't had sex with, which is all this sexual tension, and then someone that you've already had a one night stand with, I just think that's so interesting, and Honestly, very interested in seeing how this will play out.
But, like, something to me, the audacity of being, like, she got out of the car and he, like, recognized her but didn't say anything. The audacity to be like, you didn't bring it up, or, like, you didn't remember me. It'd be like...
Make it very clear, like, I did not come here thinking you would be on it. And it's like, bitch, that's literally not what you're supposed to say at all.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, you had 9 months. Like, if you're interested, why didn't you just, like, get my number from someone? Like,
yeah.
Why is this happening? So then it's just like, okay, are you here for the fame and the Instagram followers?
Completely.
Because, like, you kind of don't really seem like you have that personality. Like,
and your hair's not that great, so you're not going to sell that many hair pills.
But she'll sell teeth whitening things for sure.
I think you need to dive into Hot Dog Lady.
Gladly. First of all, that's the Jewish girl that I said was, like, the ugliest one. Which, like, isn't great. I should be, like, standing up for my tribe. But, like, the truth is I just tell it like it is. And she's not cute.
Neither is her personality.
And unfortunately, she's actually a garbage person as well.
Yeah. She walks out, opens her book. She's like, "There's a wiener in here."
Yeah, she's like, you fucked a lot of girls, and like you were always a loser. But opens a book. Inside is a raw dog, hot dog, cold. And
I didn't even think of that connection before, but like raw dog.
A true raw dog. Opens it up and says, I think in my books, you're the wiener. Which, like, right off the bat, I just wanted to die. And then she was like, let's Lady and the Tramp this. And then they each took a bite.
Which, in itself, though, let's Lady and the Tramp, this is an iconic way to go out on that one.
100%.
Like,
she's committing, which is great. But, there's no way he wanted to eat that because it just looked fucking disgusting. And
the lawyer made the best first impression just by like sitting down, having a chat about the fam, and just like connecting on that level.
Yes, they both have a lot of sibs, big fan, like that was cute.
The rich girl tried by like making it sexual, and they're obviously setting her up as like the season villain by being like, I went in, I got it because I liked it.
Sorry, that girl, like, I own a multi-million-dollar business. You work for your dad.
And if you drop that line though, whatever, but like any point, like don't for a second wonder if you're a piece of shit, because you are.
Yeah, like that line alone is disgusting. Yeah. And also, she was working at her like Miami Beach apartment and like made Rosalita come with her cucumber snacks. Let's talk about the girl that wore a fucking shark costume. Because
she's my VIP.
Here's the thing, like again with the commitment, normally it's like, okay, like this bit's funny. I like that she wore heels and like she actually has a pretty face.
Because it's not even just that she dressed as a shark costume. She dressed as Katy Perry's Left Shark from the Super Bowl performance. Like, iconically a shark.
Absolutely. Like, that's why the costume was made and sold in stores. Was
and from dusk till dawn, they would be like, you're in a shark costume. And she was like, I'm a dolphin. She's like, I love dolphins.
Like, I'm a dolphin.
It was so funny. And she got so turned and like,
we were all screaming at her.
For it. Yeah. Like her in the confessional holding a cocktail being like, it's a dolphin. Yeah. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
And then when Nick saw her and he was just like, so confirmed you're a shark. And she
saw her in the pool.
Swimming in costume.
Like completely serious.
I feel like she didn't even take off her shoes, you know? Like I feel like it was just like a walk,
teetering
walk,
on
walk.
Stilts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like during the rose ceremony, she's definitely still wet, like in a mascot outfit, you know? Like, she couldn't have dried off.
And even Nick called her like, their dialogue back and forth.
It was funny.
Like, he's like, so a shark? And she's like, no, I'm a dolphin. He's like, but technically you're a shark.
And it, like, kept...
The real, like, open secret in the room is how crazy everyone is.
Sure.
He kissed someone, at least 2 women cried. Someone got a rose, at least 2 women cried. Like... They referenced dating a bunch of women at a time, 18 women cried. Like, it was insane. And then, in the rose ceremony, there was one girl who was ripping on Shark Girl so hard, she was like, if that bitch in a shark costume even thinks about looking at a rose, I am gonna jump out the window. Like, I'm gonna walk out of here in my beautiful red dress, just like 17 other women, and get a pat on the back from a woman with a fin.
As general points, there have been a lot of Bachelor seasons where the Bachelor is kissing everyone. Like, everyone. Every girl has a makeout session. And Nick has, for being like such a hoe.
Yeah.
He's only made it with one girl who like threw herself at him.
And then he kissed the girl when he gave her the first impression rose.
Yeah, like a goddamn chivalrous dude. Yeah. Like, it was so nice. Honestly, I have high hopes for this season.
Me too.
Truly, like...
Can I tell you how bleak I thought this season was going to be. I was like, you know what? Wrap up the YouTube channel. If Luke from the previous season is.
Who? I'm phased that you remember his name. Like,
because.
And also, like, you and your wonky eyes do not deserve to be on screen. I'm so sorry. Nick is just, like, very good looking, and I need that. Like, we need that to see every Monday.
He's the supreme, and you gotta let it go.
I think he's very personable, and, like, when he's... I mean, not that it's important, but when he said Bachelor, he has, like, some sort of speech impediment that I just, like...
Bachelor.
He's like, Bachelor? And I'm just like, I can't hear you. He doesn't, like, enunciate, which, like, I need, but of a weakness, that's fine. Like, we'll take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
So, okay, I think that's it. I feel like we've covered a lot of stuff. And if we forget anything, or you guys have, like, boots on the ground info about, like... fucking Shark Girl, or...
Oh my god, if you have her cell phone number, Snapchat, anything, link it below.
I mean, let's start number immediately.
Yeah.
And also, the girl who's already had sex with him, if anyone has any intel on that, that would be great. I need to know who she is and, like, what her deal is, and, like, if she's likable or not, if she's just here for the Fit Tea Instagram.
God bless.
Yeah.
If you didn't hit subscribe before, hit it now, and we'll see you next week.
Love you.